Hello, I'm Radius. You don't know me, I guess. I'm here to talk about a game that has taken over my life, I'm ashamed to say. Hopefully it won't influence you in such an unhealthy way. Anyway, Rivals of Aether, the platform brawler. I'm here to talk about what it is, what sets it apart from other platform brawlers, things that happens online, things I don't like about the game, and I'll be begging you to give it a try. It's not hard to explain what Rivals is. It's furry smash. Apparently the developers are furries.
Oh, he's the first character?
Yes. Secretly based off Dan's persona, but we don't talk about that.
What?
Word.
What?
So this is technically his actual persona.
Oh, this is his self-insert character, absolutely.
But
yeah.
But that's not what makes it good though. The mechanics and physics of the game are expertly implemented. I'm going to cheat a little bit here and not go into this any further because it probably has been done to death. I suggest watching Adam Cara's videos on what the game is because he explains it quite well. On to what makes the game unique. The inclusion of indie characters is good. I don't have much to say. I really like Ori and the Blind Forest, and being able to brawl as him is pretty cool. Shovel Knight is also hype. The music is good. The excitement of fighting is gracefully accompanied. Take Jules Bell for instance. The visuals together with the music is awesome. When you start, the stage is dark and a soul electric guitar is playing. Some snare drums in the background is announcing a great battle that is about to happen. Everything crescendos. The light gradually lightens. You start to see the complex style city in the background. The music slows down and builds up. Nice electric guitar high note is playing, and then the windows of the house pops open and it's time to brawl. A high energy track is accompanying you while you jump, wave dash and zip around the stage fighting your opponent. P.S. to all the people that are going to say I sound dorky back there. All I have to say is
Stop! Stop!
another favorite music track of mine is the Ethereal Gates theme. This is the final level of the story mode, a story mode that is not worth mentioning. Then,
But I digress.
in fairness, it has to be stated that the music complements the conclusion of the story. Almost a Naruto-like vibe can be brought forth because of the music, which is pretty close to the main theme. How the stage takes the cake is its use of, wait for it, adaptive audio. If both you and your opponent only has one stock left, the animations together with the music of the stage changes and becomes even more entertaining. I don't think anything more has to be said about the music. All the tracks are great. I'm just going to mention one last banger in the form of Shovel Knight stage theme. Probably my favorite and the least talked about feature of this game is custom colors. Because the graphics is so manageable, it allowed the developers to make available the option to alter the character's colors. As a result, some 6 skins were created. The effects of the seems to be simple feature takes this game to astronomical highs for me. Winning with some random skin is cool and all because you chose that skin. Some of your personality is displayed. I feel like playing with a custom skin is just so much better. That's your colors. It feels so much more like it's your character. If you're good, you probably grinded with that character for hours. I made Sylvanas and I probably wouldn't have if it weren't for the custom colors feature. I first made Ori and he was a lot of fun with his dunks and sign, but one day this changed when I was taking my daily stroll through the custom colors menu. I wanted to make a custom skin for each character. When I made Sylvanas' skin, I really liked it. I played a few matches with it and instantly knew I was going to change mains.
No regrets.
You see these skins? These are the people who wins tournaments. I think they're lame, no offense. They're just so bland and boring and I'm cool and edgy, so I like dark and vague skins with bright neon-like accents. To be fair, they would probably rather grind and get better with their character than to sit in the custom colors menu for hours like me. Just to be clear, I'm saying I make the best skins out of anyone who plays this game. I'm definitely not just saying that it's a lot of fun and my favorite feature. But yeah, great work, awesome feature. The online compared to a game like Smash Flash 2 is amazing. I stay in South Africa and that means I have the potato equivalent of online internet speeds. I was worried no one would play matches with me because of the amount of lag. Count me pleasantly surprised later to play a game where the lag was neglectable. The fanbase is okay, but there's still some toxicity present. I would never deliberately taunt on anyone before they taunt or teabag on me, but they often do. They play like they think all of them are video game donkey or something. Their skills are more than often not even close to what's needed to pull off their donkey-like persona. I would then promptly show them this and then they would proceed to act like a victim. All this contributes to the fun, don't get me wrong. I understand that developers slaved in their studios to include the feature of taunting, and that not using it is almost like not acknowledging hours of work. But I do feel like a taunt should be earned.
Want to hear the exact time and date of your death?
If you want to behave like a little pussy and taunt in the beginning of the match without the skills to back it up, and then later send me ouch captions in the chat box, I'm of no power to stop you. Continue by all means, because one of the best experiences in this game is whooping some pussy ass. Just know that what you rather could do is suck it up, rematch me till you experience one of the best things this game has to offer. You're improving. I am aware that this behavior is not unique to rivals. I can't afford Smash Ultimate because I'm too poor, but the same thing probably happens there. Workshop is cool. Everyone probably knows more about Workshop than anything else this game has to offer, but I'll explain anyway. Anyone can make a unique character or OC or what have you. What's extra?
Nice!
Is that there is even some tournaments where they compete with these custom characters. This effectively more than triples the character count. Technically, they can compete with Ultimate for the title of the most characters in a fighting game if you give it the benefit of the doubt and almost ignore Ultimate's limitations. That's it for Workshop. Ironically, I haven't said much about this, but it's definitely one of the largest selling points of this game. I'm going to talk about things of this game that rubs me a little bit the wrong way. The part where all the epic game reviewers say that the bad is nitpicking and the good part is the bad applies here, so there's that, I guess. It's sorta nice that there is a story mode, but the quality of it sucks. Don't get me wrong, I would rather prefer this than to no story mode at all. When the characters you're fighting as has a backstory and personality that is explored through the story, I am much more immersed, and to a very small degree this is achieved in Rivals. The story mode is in the form of 6 campaigns for the first 6 characters that was playable when the game first went into early access. All the campaigns tells a part of a larger story from the character's perspective. It's basically in the form of image, one-to-one fight, image, one-to-one fight, and when you complete all 6 campaigns you can fight a final boss with a character of your choice. When he dies you get to play as another character in line, but whatever, I really don't care. Let's talk about why the story is oopsie, poopy, diapers, bad. First of all, the images is not good. I wouldn't be able to make these pixelated images, but I know they are capable of more. Just look at the promotional trailers. I know promotional material is seen as much more important, but it still rubs me the wrong way.
Could you say my name?
Yeah. You know your name. I know your name.
Yeah.
Why do we have to say it out loud? I see now, because now... But no, the thing is, if I focus on it, I can say, OK, so I could take Rachel Riley if I really work at it.
Right.
But... No, really. That's the most patronising round of applause. That's the most condescending thing.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Jonathan...
When the trailers looks like this, and the story mode looks like this. To add insult to injury, they spent time to make a free, furry dating simulator? Remember that? No you don't. Let's say supposedly they meant this to be our share of a better story mode, and one could make the argument that it sorta takes place in the same universe as the main game. My counter argument is no. Just no. This very clearly is not the same universe. The characters look different and act different. If you think about where different characters reside, it would not make sense that they would go to school together. Can we all agree that Lovers of Aether and Rivals of Aether's universes are not the same, and if they're not the same, anything that happens in the dating sim has no repercussions in the main story? Okay, good. That's my problem. I'm a little bit upset that they would spend time making something that look ages better than the story mode, that doesn't affect the story mode, so the story mode just stays crappy. Why did they not just make a better main story and use the footage for the trailers? I'm sure there's a good reason, but it still feels a little bit scummy. I think this is what everyone would have wanted more. Nothing more than the resources that went into the dating sim, Rivals of Tether and the trailers instead went into making a complete story mode with all the characters, including Illis, Absa, Rana, Eliana, Claren and Sylvanos. It would have been extra nice if it could have included the indie game characters as well. This awesome world building is what we could have had. Instead, we got a dating sim that everyone immediately forgot, Rivals of Tether that nobody's going to remember, and trailers. It's just sad. That concludes my rant about the story mode. Relax. I'm putting this in the what I don't like about the game section, but it only partly belongs here as it is just implemented in a confusing way rather than a bad way. I really like the quirky buddies that can hang up with you while you fight. You can buy more at the Steam store, but some you can only get when you buy plushies. There is a specific buddy I want, but I have no idea how to get it. The only thing I can glean is that if you buy a plush, you get a few buddies, including this one. Could someone help me? How does this work? How do you get the code for the buddies and where do you input them? This is very confusing and needlessly vague. They say you can view info on how to purchase them, but it just opens Adobe Acrobat and I have no idea how to change it because I'm a dumbo, I guess. Help! Please help! I know it sounds bad, and Dan's probably like,
Me. Oh, you bit my toe. Oh, my poor toe, that's not fair. I didn't try and hurt you, you know, did I?
but I promise this game is still worth it. I was going to go in how I found Rivals, but I'm not interesting and no one would care. The part from it that I'm going to share is how this game connects to Melee, and how it makes it worth playing. If you watched the Melee documentary, you would understand what makes that game great, and Rivals is great in the same way. I'm not going to stop playing this for the foreseeable future. I'm obsessed with it. The reason why is because every day I get a little bit better and I get closer to being able to play like absolute legends, namely Lunala and Giga Bowser. Even if I can play at that level, which I'm gunning for but is not really realistic, I'm sure it would even be more fun to style on scrubs online. The way a game like this is designed is the more you play, the more fun it becomes, just like Melee. Please, if you haven't yet, give it a try. Play a little bit, mess around in the tutorials and story mode, but then go watch players like Fullstream and Cake Assault, and once you can understand how amazing it is what they're doing, you will be motivated to go back and practice, because being half as good as they are is still a lot of fun.
This is Rival's version of Mango Armada, especially with the history of these two.
You can also just mess around in the admittedly fun workshop. The full release is coming up really shortly, so there's no better time to get into it. I'm not sponsored by Fernanios to Meals, but I like this game so much that I want to promote it anyway. Sorry for the long video, here's some dancing potatoes.